everyone, this is Kavitha. So in the last class we saw about like what is transportation and how the transportation takes place in plants. So there we have seen about like xylem and phloem. So in detail I'll tell you like what is xylem and what is the mechanism it is being done, and what is phloem and what is the mechanism behind the phloem. So we'll go into the topic now. So first one is the mechanism of the transport. So in the mechanism of transport, that too in plants, if you see, it is taken place by two tubes, as I told you already. It is called xylem and phloem. So in the xylem, if you see, we are going to see these terms. What is called as ascent of sap, and we are going to see what is active transport, osmosis, root pressure and transpiration. So I'll tell you like each one and where it is involved in the mechanism throughout the mechanism of the transport, where it is involved. Let us see in detail. Okay. So xylem. So xylem, in the sense, it takes place the water and minerals from the root hairs. So the tube is connected to the root hairs. So as we all know, plants consist of roots which is under the soil. So under the soil, water and minerals are in the large amount. So root hairs absorb the water, whatever it is present in the soil, and also it absorbs the minerals also. So when it absorbs, it gives towards the tube called xylem. So it is called as the xylem tube. So where is this ascent of sap is involved in the sense, when the water from the roots, it is taken to the aerial parts of the plants, that is upwards of the plants like stems, leaves and flowers. The mechanism which is the movement of water from downwards to the upward, it is called as ascent of sap, which takes place in the xylem. So when this ascent of sap takes place, there should be an energy liberated. So when the energy is liberated, there is a mechanism called active transport and osmosis. So when this active transport and osmosis takes place, in the sense, when the water, that is when the xylem absorbs the minerals, active transport takes place. When the xylem absorbs the minerals, the active transport takes place, and when the xylem absorbs the water molecules, osmosis takes place. So first we should know what is active transport and what is osmosis. So it is nearly same. What is active and osmosis is nearly same, that is, where the low concentration is present, that is, if the molecule consists of the low concentration of the water and in the environment there is high concentration, so the movement of water or the minerals takes place from the high concentration towards the low concentration, and this is called as osmosis as well as active transport. So only the major difference in osmosis and active transport is the expenditure of the energy. So in active transport, if you see, energy expenditure is more when compared to osmosis. Since it is taking place all the minerals into the plant parts, the expenditure of energy is more comparatively. Osmosis, what it does, it absorbs only the water molecules. Therefore, the expenditure of energy is less in the osmosis part. So next one, root pressure. So what is the root pressure in the sense? The pressure which is being put on the water for the suction of the water to the aerial parts of the plants, it is called as root pressure. So from the root, the water is being transported to the aerial parts of the plant. So the pressure developed by the root to push the water to the aerial parts, to push the water to the upwards, it is called as root pressure. So when the water molecules it reaches to the other parts of the plants like stem, leaves and flowers, during the daytime what happens? Transpiration occurs. Then what is the transpiration? Loss of water molecules in the leaves. So we all know, so during early morning if we see, there will be a droplets on the leaves. Yes, so that is because of the principle, it is called as transpiration. So during the daytime sunlight rays, it will fall, air comes and falls on the plant. So due to the air molecules, the leaves get, the upper surface of the leaves may get dry. Therefore the water molecules, whatever it is inside, through the stomata, it used to come out, and it has been acted as a water vapor on the leaf surface, and it is becoming dry. So that process is called transpiration. So expulsion of the water vapor outside of the leaves by the process, it is called as transpiration. So I hope you understood. So xylem, in the sense, xylem vessel which is present in the root part, it carries the water and minerals to the aerial parts of the plant. So this is done by the first mechanism is called ascent of sap. So ascent of sap, in the sense, movement of water molecules from the root part to the aerial parts of the plant against the gravitational pull, it is called as ascent of sap. So transport in the sense roots absorb the minerals through by the xylem. With the more expenditure of energy, it is called as active transport. Osmosis, root absorb the water molecules from the soil with the less expenditure of energy, that is from high concentration to the low concentration, until the cell enlarge in size with the sufficient water molecules. This water molecules will be absorbed by the xylem tube, that is called osmosis. And root pressure in the sense a root pushes a water molecule with a heavy pressure. With the root is being pushed, roots are helping the water molecules to push by the pressure, it is called as root pressure. And transpiration, loss of water molecules in the leaves during the daytime is called as transpiration. So moreover, this transportation, everything takes place during the night time, and transpiration takes place during the daytime. This is called transpiration. So today we have seen mechanism of transport. So under the mechanism, we have seen in detail what is xylem. In the next class, we will see about phloem. So kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel to get more interesting videos. Thank you.